Hey, Andriy, good to have you back on the show. We want to talk about agentic AI. This is the big one on the list last month, this month. So, what is exactly agentic AI?
It's a new agent that allows you to resolve even more complex tasks in terms, first of all, about quality, control, assurance, but it can be even used for translation of your content as well. It works with many providers as well. I can demonstrate my screen right away and show you how exactly it works and how it's configured. First of all, we go to the store and we install Agentic as any different app. Nothing special, you install it. After that, we have a few places where it can be configured. Let's say we want to configure it somewhere at the project level. So we go to Tools, Agentic AI, and in this place you can see some settings. First thing where I would go is Providers. In Providers, you can configure either personal AI provider, because probably you want to use OpenAI or Gemini. You have a key, you want to use exactly this one because you to keep training it and that's your preference. But also managers can configure a global AI provider. It means that if in my case, Anthropic is configured, and it means that I allow others, because not all of your translators, other people will have their own API key for AI provider. So you can grant others to use it by configuring it. In models, depending on what provider you configured, you can enable, disable certain models. The one that was suggested by my colleagues for Anthropic is Sonnet. It gives nice results for this analysis of translations. And final thing probably here that I wanted to mention, that a functionality of it can be extended using these model context protocols. So you can add, we already have, these are just samples. There are more things that you can actually connect. We allow you to connect custom. It's something probably one day we will have this topic, but it's more for developers. But in short, idea is that you can connect your repository. Let's say you develop an app and you want AI to analyze your repository, and so this way it will have more context. What is your project about? Where this or that button is used, is identifier. So it will just help AI to provide even better results. And now let's give it a quick try here in the editor. When we access the translations editor, on the right panel we see Agentic AI, so we can open it. Why it's empty? Because I see why. Sorry, my bad. If it sees no strings to translate, it won't work. So no content, no agentic AI. Now we have a content, we have agentic AI available. Here, what is best about it, that you don't need to configure any kind of prompts, because you know how AI is usually configured. You need to create a prompt, choose a model, specify what exactly it needs to use, how exactly it needs to translate it. So prompts are good probably when you do a real pre-translation, but for agentic task is usually different. You want to validate whether your translations are valid. Probably you want to approve translations that agentic considers as correct, because you have a release in 2 hours. Your proofreader is on vacation, on the beach, and they cannot help you right now, but you need to release it now, and you want everything to be approved, at least those translations that are definitely valid. So we can select it's very, very nicely integrated in the editor. So depending, we can select certain strings, and here we just write. We don't need to put any technical information, like validate selected strings and approve those that are valid. We run a command, then now it receives a command from us and it will start working on it. We have these settings in here as well. So we can also configure it from the editor by clicking your icon. Auto run mode may be handy. When you enable it, when you ask AI to add translations for untranslated strings, or when you ask it to delete translations that are definitely invalid, if you enable auto-run mode, it will become automatic. So it will delete translations that it considers as invalid
Is it safe?
immediately without extra asking. Yes, so that will make it even more efficient.
Andrew, is this safe already to put it in autopilot?
We can currently, I think it's not yet ready to be like fully automated. It won't be fully automated in background. So someone still needs to access the editor and instruct it what exactly it needs to do. And yeah, here you see that it provides us information about any string, and you can see that just now 3 translations were approved because these are simple phrases. So AI already approved it automatically. Full automation may be something for very near future. Even now, it will be possible for you to use AI, agentic AI, as provider. So when you set up a regular prompt in even at your project level, agentic can be selected as AI provider. So you can select model that you plan to use, and it can be used as pre-translate. But yeah, really, it's probably not the main purpose, because you can also use regular Anthropic or OpenAI and do almost the same. Biggest advantages start here. When you are in the editor and you need to do some validation, it can work with basically any language, and it can provide us good explanations. It's like you talk with ChatGPT, but ChatGPT does not have this much of context. When you talk to ChatGPT directly, it doesn't know what is the string context, whether you have any existing translation memory or glossary for this term in the editor. It doesn't see that. And here, without providing any additional instructions, you get all your metadata that you have will be already used. And that's what makes it unique, that simplicity, and it's really useful. And we keep collecting any feedback. So if anyone who watches the video has anything to add, you feel that some button would be worth to add, please share a comment
in the comments below. Exactly. There was one thing from the last release, June release, about max mode. What is max mode? Is that somebody from your team? Is that your alias name?
Max mode allows us, even without it, AI can already provide nice results. So you can see, in my case, task that I assigned to AI, validate valid translations, is done. But sometimes you can have more content. Probably your content is very sensitive, and you need to be sure that it's okay for you to wait a bit longer and give AI a little bit more of time to think whether how to translate this string or whether this translation is valid or not. That's where this max mode will be useful. Yes, it will be also, of course, a bit more expensive, because when AI thinks, it takes more time. It also takes a bit more of money. So it's something probably not for everyday usage. But if you have some very sensitive content and you want to be sure that AI will spend all possible resources to identify, to resolve the task you assign to it, because there are many. You can assign multiple tasks at a time here. You can select multiple strings and tell here in this request. Check current translations, delete those that are completely invalid, approve those that you think are valid, and feel free to suggest alternative translations and even approve them if you think that something is worth to be approved. So you can do multiple actions at a time using this agent, and then you wait a bit and you get
the result.
Great result.
This is a feature where you use AI within the editor to be sort of a partner in your translation localization project management, right? So what would you recommend our users, our viewers, how to get started with agentic AI? Is there a recommendation from your part to get your hands dirty with it?
First of all, it became more accessible from June because now, initially when it was released, it was a must that you connect your own API key to, and only then you can give it a try. Now it became more available to everyone because you can have up to 50, I believe that up to 50 requests per month are granted for free. So without an activating of anything, you can already use it. So the only thing that you need to accomplish to test it, just install it from the marketplace. And you can already start experimenting with it. If you like it, of course, you can have more than 50 requests if you connect your own API key and choose provider. Not a promotion, but for some reason, yes, all these experiments that I've done and what my colleagues have recommended, it was based on Anthropic. I will have some additional experiments with other providers to see, make some small challenge to understand what provider will do things better. I just need to prepare some good test project with some unexpected translations and see the results.
Thanks a lot for this brief introduction into this big thing, Agentic AI. And if you are looking and watching this video, check it out. You find more information on the Crowdin blog, as always. In the show notes, we will leave all the links to the store, to the application, and a couple of links you can test out. That was great. Thanks a lot. And stay tuned for our next part